KATU's Christina Giardinelli here live outside the ICE facility with the latest updates on what's going on here. And the answer to that question of what's going on is really not much at this point. I'll step aside so you can see here still the blocks surrounding the ICE facility completely cordoned off with a small Portland Police Bureau presence. This has been this way since yesterday at 11 a.m. Now, when we reached out to the city yesterday to find out why this caution tape was up, why it was put up, they said this is done for every dignitary's visit. This is standard procedure, they said. Well, DHS Secretary Noem is not here anymore. She was here yesterday. They said that's why they put this up. She's not here anymore. So we're working to find out exactly why this is still here, how long it's going to be here. We have reached out to the Portland Police Bureau asking them for an interview. We have a lot of questions for them, not just about why this is cordoned off, but also about the increased police presence here outside the ICE facility. They declined an interview, so we won't be getting them on camera today, but I am going to send all of those questions in a follow-up, and I hope to be able to give you those answers really soon. But let me walk you around what is going on, which, as I mentioned, isn't really much. We'll point the camera over here and kind of zoom in a little bit. We talked to that individual over there on the other side of the street who is playing a flute. She tells me she is here. She says she has indigenous roots, is playing indigenous flute, and says that she is here as a healer. She feels there's a lot of political division and believes that this action of playing the flute and being here as a healer will help diffuse some of that, will bring some healing. On the other side of the street, there are about 5 protesters that have been here since I got here an hour and a half ago. A couple of them holding signs, as you can see. I can tell you also that the camp, so we'll pan the camera back over here to the right, the camp that used to be on that sidewalk, that has consistently been on that sidewalk pretty much since June, has been cleaned out. So we saw a cleaning crew here earlier. They came out, they cleaned all of the camp there. We did see that some of the protesters who had belongings there had moved them to the other side of that apartment building. And so I believe they're, moving some of those supplies away. It's unclear whether or not they're going to remove the caution tape here at any point soon, and whether or not those protesters will be allowed to set up that encampment again. But for right now, nobody is here. We did see just a couple of the protesters that have consistently been here with their belongings on the other side of the apartment building, but that's not an active protest. There's not a lot of signage or anything going on there. So a lot of the protest activity is it appears to be diffused as of right now. Now, we don't know what that's going to look like this evening. We know that last night there were quite a few protesters. We had crews here on scene last night telling us anywhere between 60, 75 protesters here last night. Some people have brought up the concern that cordoning off this entire block is just putting the protesters in more danger with the streets here nearby. So there is that concern for some people that they've talked to me about. We're trying to get to the bottom of when this caution tape might come down and what the purpose that it's serving here. You can see up at the top of the building as the camera pans up there, there are a few federal agents monitoring the situation up there. What I've also been seeing is people coming for their immigration appointments are no longer driving their car into the ICE facility in the parking lot. Instead, they're parking outside of the cordoned off area and walking up to the ICE facility for those immigration appointments with their lawyers. A few of the people who have been, at these events, at these protest events, have also been providing resources and phone numbers and such for legal support for people who are dealing with immigration issues. Some of those folks are still here and have been talking to those people who are walking into their appointments. That's really the bulk of the activity that's going on here outside ICE facility right now. We've been monitoring this closely. Obviously, the situation last night was very different from what it looks like now. I'll pan the camera over to the left again so you can see a little more the protests again here. There's one more individual that has joined from behind the crowd. They was a little behind the other group of people earlier. So you can see, more costumes. We've been seeing a lot of folks at these protests wearing various types of costumes. I'm sure you've seen some of those interviews. So here's another individual who's joined the group with a costume as well. We'll be monitoring closely, seeing if any of this protest activity changes over the next few hours. As I mentioned, reaching out to the Portland Police Bureau with questions on what exactly is going on with the caution tape around these multiple blocks around ICE and when that might be coming down, if anytime soon. We are also asking the question of why the increased Portland police presence? If the resources and the federal resources are really not needed, why did we have such fewer resources in the earlier stages of this protest, and why are we seeing those resources now increased? Is that as a result of federal pressures? Was there an agreement struck with Secretary Noem yesterday in the conversations? We know that Portland Police Bureau Chief Bob Day did sit down with Noem, and we want to know more about what they discussed. Was there an agreement reached? Is the Portland Police Bureau agreeing to provide more supervision of the protests here? We're looking for answers to all of those questions, and hopefully I'm able to get some of those answers for you here soon. You can stay tuned on our website at KATU.com. Tune into broadcasts in the evening to find out more information as I'm working to gather those answers for you. For now, live outside the ICE facility in South Portland, Christina Giardinelli, KATU News.
Okay. I can turn this off now, right?